So in this video, let's see how to configure the server where we're going to install our MailWizz without control panel. All right, just like the former video, click on deploy, hover over deploy new server. Then usually choose cloud compute, then choose your server location. Then in this image, we are not going to be choosing this, because this is actually the difference between this video and the other video. All right, because with this, when you're installing this cyber panel, everything that is going to come with web servers are going to install together: Apache, MySQL database server, the programming language which PHP is coded on. Everything is going to be installed under your naked server, including the operating system, which you chose to be Ubuntu 22.04. All right. Then in this case, you're going to try something different. So what we're going to be checking now is we want to install LAMP on Ubuntu. And LAMP is a server stack that can help you to run a full-fledged web hosting environment. It is comprised of a MariaDB database server, the programming language, which is PHP, and the Apache web server. Just click on this. Then let's come down. Let's click on this as usual. Let's disable backup, disable deploy. Oh, we'll come to hostname. And don't worry, we are going to be able to set hostname later. You can actually set hostname later. All right. So our server is running now, and if I also go to server details, you can see all our server details. You see our IP, the username, the IP, then the password. And if you come there, you're going to see the LAMP details. Just like I said, this stack installation, this LAMP stack installation helps us to configure MariaDB database server. It helps us so that we can be able to create a database, all right, that will help us to run our web application. It's going to help us to run MailWizz. Just like in traditional web hosting, for instance, for you to be able to run the WordPress file or to run a WordPress website, you need a database. The same way you need a database to run the MailWizz web application or any web application at all. The web servers is Apache, and of course, PHP is also installed alongside. So this is pretty much it for this configuration. Then let's see another server provider, another VPS provider called Contabo. Let me close this and come to Contabo web service. Let's compare plans and see what we are getting out of each and every one of them. All right, I'll be able to make the right choices. If you come to this place, let me delete this again. Delete. Then if I hover over deploy new server, if I choose cloud compute, choose anything, marketplace and app, LAMP. Then this, if we go and disable backup, we're disabling backup. So this is the amount of money we are paying, $6 per month to install MailWizz, all right, or to get this server architecture. 1 CPU and 1 gig RAM and 25 gig NVMe, I mean the storage, all right. We are going to compare this pricing with the pricing of Contabo and also the server architecture, all right. So if you are here, just come to VPS, click on Cloud VPS. So we are going to see different server provisions. Then the least one we have here is $5.5, which is $5.50. Then click on select. Then as you can see, this one is even 4 CPU and 4 cores. You come to this way, this one is just 1 CPU. You see that this one is more than, and this one is even more pricey. This is $6, the other one is $5.5. All right. So since I made payment in this one, I'm not going to make payment again with Contabo. All right. So I strongly recommend you go with Contabo, but everything is pretty much the same process, which I'm also going to show everything now. So if you come down, you're going to see 6 gig RAM. You're going to see just 1 gig RAM memory, just 1 gig at $6. All right. Then let's check the storage. They're also using the same storage technology. This one is 100 gig NVMe. If you go back, we're going to see that this is just 25, just quarter of this. I think pretty much this is a beta, and just like the way Namecheap is the cheapest domain provider, Contabo too is the cheapest VPS provider on the internet. So I recommend you go with Contabo in everything. Aside from installing our SMTP server poster, because Contabo does not allow port 25 open. I will need port 25. We need a VPS provider that has port 25 open in their server for us to be able to send mass outgoing emails. So just like what I said about latency, see, talking about good latency, and distance is one of the factors that determines the latency of anything you're doing online. For instance, if I want to visit a website in the US, all right, it's faster for somebody in the US, residing in the US, to visit that website than myself staying in Nigeria because of the star factor. All right, so if you're staying in the US and your customers are in the US, it's better you choose a data center that is in the US. So that is just one of the factors for determining a server that is going to have low latency. All right, not that is the full criteria. All right, because if overall Contabo server is not good or is not fast, or there are a lot of issues with it, of course there is going to be a high latency. All right, so just know that they have good latency. All right, so if you come down, you're going to see you chose this T5.5, you come back to server image. Remember the other one, they also call it image, also the same thing here, image. Then this popular, both operating system and application, web applications are popular both in the market and on this platform. All right, this for OS operating system that you can install Ubuntu. All right, if you come to app and panel, you'll be able to see option to install, just like the way we install LAMP on Ubuntu here. You'll be able to also install LAMP on Ubuntu here. See LAMP, you'll be able to install this. All right, then after that, you can input your password. You can choose a password, see 8 to 13 alphanumeric, meaning letters and numbers, no special character. All right, let me say, oh, correct. If I come back, everything is correct, just click on next. Then I'm buying as an individual. Then you can just put in your first name, your address, your city, your postal code, everything they ask you, just put it. And if you're already a Contabo customer, right, you can just come to I'm a customer and you'll be able to log in. Once you log in, click on login, you'll be able to make payment. You can use PayPal, you can use your credit card, you'll be able to make the payment. And in the next video, we're going to see how we'll be able to configure another VPS where we are going to be able to install our postal hidden marketing application, our postal SMTP server. Remember, you are not buying 2 servers. I just showed you 2 different ways which we can use to install MailWizz. The first one is by using control panel. All right, where we install cyber panel, control panel called cyber panel, and another way is without control panel, which I installed LAMP on Ubuntu and all the configuration, this stack that contains everything that will help us to run a full-fledged web application. All right, so then let's get into it. And if you have any question, make sure you drop it to any further. Make sure you ask me before proceeding. All right.